Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to NTT for Industries at SAPPHIRE NOW 2021. My name is Karl Kesselring. I'm with NTT Data Services, and I'd also like to welcome two of my colleagues, Ravi Puri, who is Senior Vice President and Global SAP Leader at NTT Data Services, as well as Torsten Albrecht, who is Senior Vice President, the co-lead of the SAP Global Market Focus Team, and also our head of the Global Automotive and Manufacturing Center of Expertise at NTT DATA Germany. In today's session, we would like to walk you through a quick agenda where we present to you the NTT go-to-market strategy for industries, our digital transformation offerings for industry clients, leading over to an example in the automotive industry, how we have successfully helped our clients realize the SAP Intelligent Business Suite, and last but not least, close with RISE with SAP and NTT, our partnership that we are having around the RISE program with SAP. Diving into it right away, I would like to call on my colleague, Ravi Puri. And Ravi, please, let's get started with an update on NTT's go-to-market strategy for industries. Over to you.
Thank you, Karl. Good morning, good evening to everyone. We certainly appreciate everybody's time and look forward to having a discussion around our industry go-to-market. Our go-to-market strategy for industries is aligned to SAP's industry and market unit coverage model. And this is to ensure that we're best able to address our mutual client needs. This includes NTT and SAP co-innovation and collaboration in the development of industry-specific solutions and best practice processes designed to accelerate positive business outcomes with our clients, with a much faster return on investment. Quite simply, we find that industry-led go-to-market is a key in serving our clients and winning in the marketplace against our competitors. And NTT is uniquely positioned to serve any client anywhere in the world in this regard. Thank you, Karl.
Thank you very much, Ravi. That is very insightful. So let's continue right away. Ravi, if I might leave it with you for a moment here. And if you could walk us through NTT's value-led digital transformation approach as it relates to the industries, and also picking up on what challenges we see at our clients.
Sure, Karl, happy to do so. So NTT's value-led digital transformation approach for industries is one that aligns our clients' expectations with market opportunity potential. And what we mean by that specifically, given that our clients are demanding resilient, adaptive, and sustained value chains enabled through leading edge innovation, we are able to simplify, modernize, and consolidate our client solutions, which enables better speed to market at lower cost, which thus increases margins. We're able to help our clients better leverage SAP solutions to drive business and technology, which in turn increases efficiencies across the entire value chain. So in most cases, this means our clients will approach SAP solutions as a greenfield initiative through cloud-enabled or OpEx type of spend versus typical legacy on-prem CapEx. And what this really means, it further allows our clients to invest in the solutions that will generate the sustained and positive outcomes desired. Thank you, Karl.
Thank you very much, Ravi. Now I would like to hand it over to Torsten. We are roughly 6 years in SAP, announcing SAP S/4HANA and deploying and upgrading helping our clients to upgrade to S/4HANA solutions in the automotive industry. So Torsten, in your experience from the Automotive Center of Expertise, what adoption rates and what challenges with the automotive clients do you observe?
Thank you, Karl, and welcome also from my side, right, for everybody now for this session here. In automotive, I think we see the biggest disruption probably taking place in short time ever. And what we focus here on primarily is really the ACES theme, right? The automotive, autonomous, connected, electrified, and shared themes, what we see. And that in context, what we just saw in the digitalization, which is really high pressure from the ecosystem. And on the other side, the enterprises have to optimize very quickly on that. And when we take a look at this picture here, which is really driving everyone's automotive OEM suppliers and dealerships agenda, we see that what we just before saw on the right side with the areas of change is very much interrelated. And the new products with electrified cars are playing a huge role. The new business models also in the connected and shared mobility space, and simply the customer expectations. Our expectations as customers have been are raising and are changing fast as well. Now, technology with S4 comes into place. Well, as you said, Karl, the journey and the announcement of S4 has already been done 6 years ago, but we see now how that all gets and comes together, right? And the question, really, the key question is how to become really a true intelligent and agile enterprise. And what we see and observe at our clients is that we some already have embarked. Some smaller automotive suppliers have done the changes technology-wise, very early stage, but then now have been focusing on innovation, where large OEMs really now are looking at the full transformation, which obviously takes longer. And that all comes together, right? That the S4 platform now in the transformation, the business transformation, how we also are very much engaged with our clients to treat it as a real business transformation, has to support and has to enable the autonomous trends, which are still changing very fast.
Maybe we can go a little more in detail, and you can help us understand how our offerings can actually help our clients to bridge from the old world into the new world, and what offerings we have.
Thank you, Karl. I think this is exactly the theme, to bridge it from the old to the new world. But we see it automotive, right? This is a highly optimized industry with a established ecosystem. And with high demand in terms of the supplier networks, the SLAs, reliability, right, and the high volume production industry, what we are looking at. But the question is, S4 transformation, the business and technology transformation, has to cope with both worlds on a very high level. When we start with an S4 implementation and a go live, we have at minimum, right, to meet the expectations and targets also, which we have achieved over the optimized world and the time from the past. And this is where NTT Data Intelligent Business Suite for automotive comes into play. And Karl, as you said, we also have this approach also for other industries, which is helping exactly the themes to address what Ravi showed in the first slide on the standardization, optimization with the streamlined and more simplified processes, but still able, right, to support on high quality the old world, whereas also enabling that on the new world. We clearly have an automotive DNA even from merger and acquisitions, right, from IT companies here, so that we really have the in-depth industry and process knowledge, as well as the technology side.
NTT globally over the last few years has been very successful with SAP S4HANA implementations, and actually with our 20,000 plus individuals that we are employing in the SAP space, which are dedicated to SAP projects and SAP transformations. We are actually one of the globally biggest, if not the biggest partner of SAP. Maybe you can give us some concrete customer examples where we have been successful supporting our clients.
Yeah, happy to do so. Thanks, Karl. So I think the number already right in the middle here of this picture, the 430, more than 430 successful S4HANA projects delivered already tells the story, as you said, very successful in this space. And the secret of it is that we are serving really all segments, right, of the clients. Now, when I start on the left side with the OEM side, a real S4 transformation globally, particularly in logistics. Now we saw that large companies and extra large companies tend to have also to pick a certain area on maturity. We did the rollout in the logistics space and the warehouse management. We have established really high frequency release updates. So the flexibility to cope with the with the challenges, with the new products and with the new processes being deployed over the course now in real DevOps mode, this is what we have achieved, and we are very proud of because it was a very complex environment. Now, on the supplier side, we picked an example where also clients not in the SAP space today turned over to S4, which is much bigger change, right, in terms of technology and change management to enter the SAP world newly and S4, and on the same way, establishing a real global one process design with a high standardization. And NTT's Intelligent Business Suite for Automotive has ensured that we are, and this is, I think, exceptional, that we really achieve 80% of standardization here. One global template, many companies dream of, and we have established that in this context here, rolling that out also globally to many countries, and also are concerned with the enablement there, using the SAP Academy of NTT in order to make that also a nice user experience, and that we assure that the adoption and the acceptance in the field of the new template, of the new processes are there. Dealerships have to find new ways, new digital channels to get customers interactive with, and this is what the solution basically brings, bringing all the data of customer data, a profile at one space, connecting the data, and then have a personalized experience in a modern and very fast way, and having also the campaign execution. We as NTT even doing the marketing service and the campaign execution. And this is also where we are very happy to look at the showcase for everyone and anyone who is interested in.
Thank you very much, Torsten, for sharing these comprehensive examples. So to close, SAP has launched the RISE program, RISE with SAP, earlier in 2021. And NTT and SAP are closely collaborating, and NTT has been selected as one of the global strategic partners to collaborate with SAP on RISE. And I'd like to hand it over to my colleague Ravi Puri, please, to give us some insights from your perspective as a global SAP practice leader.
Thank you, Karl. And hey, it's a great topic to discuss. So NTT and SAP, we are both fully aligned with SAP RISE, the full business transformation as a service initiative on a global scale. As a top-tier partner of SAP, we continue to make significant investments in our co-innovation, our joint go-to-market solutions, all designed and enabled to ensure our clients receive the utmost to address their critical business needs. We do this in a very close partnership with SAP. So we've also developed our own industry-specific intellectual property tools, methodologies, and other reusable assets that serve as a clear differentiator in the market when we implement SAP. So we are able to quickly deploy the full stack of SAP RISE solutions anywhere in the world, enabling end-to-end business processes powered by the Intelligent Business Suite. Thank you, Karl.
I'd like to thank the audience for giving us 15 minutes of your time to listen to NTT and our presence in the industry sectors. I'd like to thank SAP for putting on a virtual Sapphire 2021 despite the global pandemic challenges. And I also like to thank my two co-speakers, Ravi Puri and Torsten Albrecht, for their valuable insights. We all hope that you found some interest and some value in this presentation. And we'd love to work with you on the advisory side, on the implementation side, but also on the post-implementation side, supporting your needs of digital transformation in the industries. At the bottom of the screen, you will find our email addresses, and please do not hesitate to reach out to any of us, and we'll get back to you and start the conversation. So thank you very much. Thanks for your attention, and wish you a good rest of the virtual Sapphire 2021. Thank you. Bye-bye.